Hi and welcome back to our page. If you're applying for CQC registration in 2026, listen carefully, because starting from the 9th of February, one missing document means your entire application gets sent straight to the back. No second chances, no, just send the missing bit, rejected, start again and back to the queue. And I'm not exaggerating, CQC announced this on the 3rd of February and the changes kicked in a few days ago. So whether you're registering a care home, a supported living service, or a home care agency providing specialist learning disability and autism services, this affects you directly. Let's break down exactly what's changing, what you need to do, and honestly, what most people are gonna get wrong. So here's the deal. Up until now, CQC would sometimes progress an application even if bits were missing. They'd come back during the assessment and say, can you send us this? Or we need this document, predominantly for supported living. Providers got used to that, and some people honestly were submitting half-finished applications and filling in the gaps as they went. That's over now. From the 9th of February 2026, CQC assessors check your supporting documents the moment your application lands in their desk. If anything is missing, and if your policies don't meet minimum standards, if documents contradict each other, the whole thing gets returned. You then have to cancel that application and submit a brand new one. And here's the bit that really stings. When you resubmit, you go to the back of the queue. You're not picking up from where you left off, you're starting from scratch. And depending on how busy CQC is, that could add 2 to 3 months onto your timeline. Think about what that means if you've already signed a lease, or if you've hired staff, and if you've made promises to commissioners. So you might be asking, why is CQC doing this? It's actually not to make your life harder. They ran pilots and found that a massive number of applications were coming in incomplete. Those half-finished applications were clogging up the system, slowing everything down for everybody. And remember, the Penny Dash review found that over half of all applications were pending for more than 10 weeks. And CQC is trying to fix that by putting the responsibility back on the provider to get it right the first time. And when you look at it like that, it's fair enough, because it really means you can't afford to wing it anymore. As mentioned before, there are 3 groups that are hugely affected by this change. Firstly, it's care homes and nursing homes. You need to submit extra documents that you previously only had to provide during the assessment stage. Second is supported living services. It's the same thing, extra documents up front plus an additional form. And thirdly, this is the one catching people off guard. Home care agencies that want to provide specialist services for autistic people and people with learning disabilities. You now need a positive behaviour support policy and a restraints policy included with your application from day one. Standard home care agencies registering for personal care only, your requirements haven't actually changed much. You're already expected to send a business plan, financial forecast, and the rest. But if you're moving into the LD and autism space, pay attention. Right, let's get into the details, because this is the part that matters. Every single provider, regardless of service type, needs to send a core set of supporting documents. And I mean every one of those, no exceptions. However, I won't read out the full list because it's about 18 documents long and you might fall asleep. But here are the ones that trip people up most often. Your consent policy and procedures. This isn't just we'll ask permission. CQC wants to see how you support people to give consent, how you record it, and critically, how you handle situations where someone may lack capacity under the Mental Capacity Act. Further to this, your governance and quality assurance policies. This is where CQC checks whether you actually know how to run a service, who's responsible for what, how do you identify risks, and how do you review and improve. If this reads like a generic template and you've downloaded and stuck your logo on it, they'll spot it immediately. And lastly, your financial viability statement. You have to use CQC's own template, the one referencing the 2018 Data Protection Act, not the old 1998 version, the one that seems to be floating around. It must be signed by a qualified accountant or a regulated financial advisor, not your friend. Now, on top of all that, from the 9th of February, care homes need to include a detailed business plan, a financial forecast covering at least 2 years, evidence of legal occupancy, service user guides, and a staff training plan. Supported living services need all of that, plus an extra form giving CQC more detail about your company structure and how you recruited your leadership team. And home care agencies going into the learning disability and autism market need that positive behaviour support policy and restraints policy as well. These aren't tick boxing documents. CQC is looking for evidence that you genuinely understand person-centred support, positive behaviour approaches, and when restrictive practices might be appropriate as a last resort. Here's where I really want to be honest with you, because we see these mistakes all the time. And under the new rules, any one of them is a rejection. Number 1 is template policies. I get it, templates save time, but if your safeguarding policy mentions residential settings and you're registering as a domiciliary care agency, that's an instant red flag. CQC assessors cross-reference everything. They read your safeguarding policy, then your complaints policy, then your governance policy, and they check whether they all describe the same service. And if they don't, your application comes back. Number 2, contradictions between documents. Your business plan says you'll support 15 service users. Your financial forecast is based on income with 25 service users. Your staffing plan describes a team of 8, but your governance structure only mentions 4. These inconsistencies tell CQC you haven't actually thought this through, and honestly, they'd be right to be concerned. Number 3, applying before you're ready. CQC has always said you should only submit when everything is in place to start providing services. That includes premises, staff, DBS checks, all of it. But people still apply with premises that aren't ready for a site visit, or before their DBS checks have come back. Under the old system, you might have got away with it. Now, you definitely won't. And number 4, and this is a big one, not understanding the scope of registration. If you're not crystal clear about which regulated activities you're applying for, your entire application can unravel. Read CQC's scope of registration guidance before you do anything else. So, what should you actually do? Start by downloading CQC's updated guidance, firstly. It was refreshed on the 2nd of February, so make sure you're looking at the current version, not something from last year. Then build a checklist specific to your service type. Cross-reference every single document against CQC's requirements, don't guess. Write your policies from scratch, tailored to your service, your location, your client group, and if you start with a template, that's fine, but you need to make it yours. Get your financial documents sorted early, commission that financial viability statement from a proper accountant, and make absolutely sure your business plan, your financial forecast, and your statement of purpose tell the same story. And I emphasize this massively, cross-check everything. Read your own application like a CQC assessor who's looking for problems, because that's exactly how they'll do it. It's good to note that these changes aren't the end of the world. They're actually a good thing for providers who do the work properly. It means faster decisions, less time waiting, a clearer process, but only if you get your application right the first time. And if you're not sure where you stand, or if you want someone to look over your application before you submit it, that's literally what you do. The link to our CQC registration support is in the description below. Or if you want to succeed the first time, make sure to get in contact with CareSync experts and we'll guide you every step of the way. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, subscribe and share.